I don't have time to process what's happening or what happened during the day or the week.
You called me, told me like, man, like my eyes are killing me, and I told you like, literally, I am crying right now. Like I'm watching the screen and my eyes are just dripping in tears. Sit outside, and people were staying outside all night. Like it was at 7:30 the event.
Mm.
People were staying outside drinking from 7:30 until like 1 a.m. when we left. When you are around Arabs,
Mm-hmm.
I felt literally as like we're a mishmash of the same people. For us, it's only politics that is separating us. Like
True.
everything else, literally,
For me, the European Union is more of a symbol than anything else.
they are mostly tribal wars, political wars, but not nation wars. I danced up so much. I hurt my ankles. I hurt my knees. Good morning, Abuzuz.
Good morning, Abu Marar.
Abuzuz,
Welcome. Cheers.
cheers. You had the same idea of drinking Meti now?
Yeah.
Me as well. I just woke up like half an hour ago.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not set the alarm. I woke up without the alarm. I slept at around 1.
Yeah.
And man, I've been dreaming so much lately, man. And the first thing, like, I wake
Dreaming
up,
like to the future or like dreaming when you're asleep?
no, dreaming while sleeping.
Oh, okay.
And it's just like weird ass dreams, and it doesn't make sense. And the first thing I
Mm.
want to do is like, I remember the dreams and I just want to forget about it. But I woke up around 9 and
Damn.
did, yeah, did some paperwork and organized some stuff. And yeah, but I did not prepare to this episode whatsoever. So no, all the pressure is on you today.
Freestyle.
Freestyle. Exactly.
I mean, it's been a while actually. The
Hmm.
last time we recorded an episode was the other or the first
In
English
December.
episode. So it was, yeah, it was a while ago, and we have not. So a lot of things happened, so we can talk about a lot of things. I would say
Hmm.
about
True.
a lot of things. But hey, what's up? Is there anything that you would like to discuss first? Something you'd like to say about
Yep.
what's going
Should
on?
you want to start or should I say something?
I wanted to ask you first
Uh-huh.
about like why are you having a lot of dreams like and a lot of paperwork? That's what I know about you right now lately.
I don't know why I'm dreaming. It just comes a phase where I dream a lot and then it goes away. Um, but I don't think I have so much on my mind right now.
Mm-mm-mm.
Maybe I think I'm spending like very little time without any input, um,
Mm.
in the sense that I don't sit in a quiet room and just don't do anything. So I don't have time to process what's happening. So
Yeah.
or what happened during the day or the week. So I think this is the processing is happening while sleeping. Maybe that's why I'm dreaming a lot. Um, Possible. So this is my update. Maybe you want to go to say give an update from your side, and then we can talk about why we haven't been recording or what happened.
Okay.
We give a
Uh,
podcast update after.
okay. For me, in the last weeks, this is the first month that I don't travel to Germany since a while.
Hmm.
So I would say, enjoying the constancy, the consistency of being in Rome
Hmm.
for at least 1 month without any travels, without anything. So I've been traveling a lot during the last 3 months of 2024, and now I am stable, let's say, and I'm enjoying it. Like the weather now in Rome, like the last week was bad, but the last 2 days is amazing. Like the sun is there, the temperature is around like 18 or some shit, like super nice. So today I'm going out. Yesterday I went out. I will talk about that later. It was a really great night yesterday.
Ah, nice. Man, Berlin is it's really cold. It has been really cold. But now the weather is like it's I think 4 degrees, 9 degrees. Not bad.
1 degree, go
Nine
Berlin. Let's
degrees.
go.
Not bad. Okay. Uh, so
So why
we
we
have a
have not
break.
been recording lately?
Okay. Yeah. So what happened? I think the last episode we recorded was in December. After this, all the revolution reignited in Syria. All the stuff happened in Syria. The rebels went from people. I think watched the news. Went from Idlib and like took control of Syria, and President flew from Syria.
Fled, yeah.
Fled, and
And he flew actually.
he flew. Yeah, true. So, so literally, what we were doing, me and Mario, I think the whole time was watching the news and checking on people who were living there. Also, people. Mario have people that were living in Aleppo, which is the first city that were taken by the rebels. Um, and yeah, we were just worried about what's going to happen. Is going to be fights like early uh, the early days of the revolution, or no? Is people going to suffer again? And thank God the rebels won, and it was like with minimum casualties, I would say.
Yeah.
Uh, at least in
And all in
comparison
10
to
days. So it was like very super fast.
exactly. It took 10 days, no,
11, literally
11 days.
11 days, the country has changed.
Hmm. And so that's that. I mean, so we were not even thinking about the podcast in the first place, but that was happening. We're just, I think, worried about, at least from my side, I was just worried what's going to happen. And also, my parents were there, and your parents were there. And yeah. So there was no recording back then, also no editing. We had two episodes that were recorded but not edited yet. Which one? The first English episode was one of them. So yeah, now it's like the situation is a little bit more stable. We know our parents are safe and everything's okay. We can redo the podcast. Um, yeah. Also, another reason I think it's also a big reason because both, especially me, I mean you as well, as from what you told me, we were having eye pain. I think we were spending way too much time on the computer and our phones, and I was really having like very uncomfortable eye pains. Um, but I was abusing my eyes really. I was like working. I have an office job where I look at the screen the whole day, and I go from the office, come back home to edit the videos. I mean, at the end, at the end, the eyes will complain. So
It was crazy
yeah.
during that week that
Mhm.
you called me, told me like, man, like my eyes are killing me. And I told you like literally I am crying right now. Like I'm watching the screen and my eyes are just dripping in tears.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Like we had the same problems simultaneously. We had those red eyes with all the tearing and itching.
Mhm.
Because of that, we use the screens all day long. And when
Mhm.
we want to rest our eyes, we go to our phones and all that. And I think this is now common. Like this is the modern health problems. You know,
Yeah.
some back pains from sitting on the desk all the time, and head pains and the eye
Mhm.
ache. It's stupid, man. Like literally stupid.
Yeah, but we have also like similar lifestyle. We spent a lot of time on in front of the screens, and so we need to take more rests, I think. And also probably the podcast won't be weekly since since this is a little bit too much for our health, I think.
Yeah, we're sacrificing our health for you guys. You pay our insurance. I would like to say a story about what happened yesterday. Like, so it was an interesting event for me. So
Hmm.
yesterday I went to the first Arab related event in Rome that I've been to before. I've never been to an Arab night, let's say. So yesterday there was this Lebanese DJ playing, and there was a night where you can get food, some Arabic food, some fete, some falafel, this kind of stuff. And then there's the party, and I thought that the Lebanese DJ is gonna play like some Arabic music, but also some other music. But she only played Arabic music and Arabic songs, you know. And it was in a neighborhood in Rome. I don't know when I don't think when you were here you visited that neighborhood. It's called Pineto.
Okay.
This neighborhood is like I call it Little Berlin. You know, I think it gives you the same vibe that Berlin gives you, literally.
Amazing.
Like everyone there is so left wing,
Hmm.
so liberal, you know, so progressive. Everyone is dressing up like, I don't know, lefty people, whatever. Like it's so Berlin, you know. uh, and there you can find a lot of clubs, a lot of bars that have those like young vibe, you know,
Mm-hmm.
away from fancy parts of Rome where things are like a bit more westernized, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
There you can feel the vibe, you know. So there's like a little club there, and a lot of Arab people were there. So the night was so beautiful.
So the event was in the whole, like in the street and inside buildings, or where was it? Was it
No, inside,
indoors
inside.
or outdoors?
It
Okay.
was like they had a balcony outside.
Mm-hmm.
It's on the floor. It's not a story or something,
Okay.
and they have an outside area, let's say, and the weather is amazing. Like you can sit outside, no worries. Like you can just have a
Oh
small
man.
jacket, sit outside, and people were staying outside all night. Like from it was at 7:30 the event.
Mm.
People were staying outside drinking from 7:30 until like 1 a.m. when we left, literally.
Okay.
So like, and people were still coming in, you know. So there was like next to the bar, the outside area where people stayed, and also inside where you can dance and you can have fun, you know. It was like an ancient building. Even the roof is like wooden rods, you know,
Mm.
like it's
Like
like
my grandparents' super
literally,
old
yeah, yeah, yeah.
building.
Like it's that old, super old. Like you have like this main stick of wood or
Yeah.
like a tree, let's say, from the first uh, from the beginning and until the end of the room, and then there are those rods and those like it's like a tent, whatever.
Mm.
So the music was literally like uh, Lebanese, Egyptian, Syrian, what else? Like some Algerian music,
Yeah.
some Iraqi music, and like everyone was vibing to it. And a lot of a lot of Arabs there from different countries. So I met Iraqi people, Syrian people, Lebanese people.
Nice.
You know, and like my Egyptian friend who is the person who took me there.
Mm.
So some of our friends came in, Italians, Mexicans, Americans, went with us to the event, and there were also like all people from all over the place there, but mainly Arabs. Like the theme of the thing is Arabic theme.
Mm.
So it was so beautiful, man. Like I met a lot of Arab people that I never thought that I would find them in Rome. You
Yeah.
know,
Cool.
a lot. I met like a Syrian rapper who lives in Germany. I
Okay.
met like an Iraqi artist who
Mm.
have been in Rome for a lot of years. And the thing that is that interests me that, so much that you don't feel Syrian or Lebanese or whatever. When you are around Arabs,
Mm-hmm.
I felt literally as like we're a mishmash of the same people. Literally,
Yeah. Cool.
like
Okay.
we know each other's language, we know each other's music. So like when there was a debki going on, a Syrian debki, they all joined. You know, the Egyptians were a little bit flocky around the debki because like it's a little bit hard for them. But the Palestinians, the Jordanians, the Iraqis, the Lebanese were like down onto it. You know, and uh, it's so beautiful that I had a discussion also with Italian friend of mine that uh, like it's so different than when you have different Europeans together because it's we are way I think at least we are more connected than the Europeans are.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is that they are in reality more connected. Like for us,
Yeah.
we don't have the ability to visit all Arab countries freely without
Yeah.
visas, without borders, whatever. So we don't mix to each other. We don't see each other. We don't visit each other. You know. But when we see each other outside of the Arab world, let's say, and when we are in a free space, like literally a lot of people for of them were gay people, lesbian people, like people who are expressing themselves absolutely freely outside of all the traditions of our lands.
Mm-hmm.
You feel that we connect way more and more freely with each other. Like it
Yeah.
was crazy, man.
We have
Um,
we have so much in common with other Arabic countries than the European have with each other.
I agree.
Yeah. So it's much easier to connect, especially the language.
I think like in general, um, the Europeans are only connected by politics.
Mm-hmm.
So their political system, the EU, let's say, allows them to travel, to see each other, to know each other. So they are like the new generations are more connected with each other. They know each other more
Yeah.
because they have always been able to visit each other, to meet each other, and to
Mm.
exchange that cultural thing. And now they are more into English and to learning English so they can communicate more. But in
Yeah.
general, they have different cultures, they have different food, they have different languages, which is the most important thing.
Mm-hmm.
So they are trying to, let's say, bridge those gaps, and they are being successful in doing it.
Yeah.
For us, it's only politics that is separating us. Like
Yeah. True.
everything else, literally, like for them, politics is connecting, trying to connect all the gaps and differences between those nations. But for us, it's the only, literally, only thing that is differentiating us is politics,
Politics.
because
True.
there's no real Arab nation, you know, like that.
Mm.
Like the definition of a nation comes from Europe, and Europeans are separated into nations. There is something called um, a French nation, or a German nation, or an Italian nation. They have their own language, their own culture, their own history, whatever. For us, I don't think there are nations in the. Some people would, like, I don't know, maybe confront me with this,
Yeah.
but I think there is no national feeling as the European idea of what is a nation.
Mm.
So we are like people who just separated by politics and borders and rulers and whatever, but connected with everything else.
Yeah.
You
You
know?
mean there is no nations like no Syrian nation, Lebanese nation? We're all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you mean. I always, since I was like, I think a teenager, did not make sense for me. It did not make sense for me why there was, why Syria and Lebanon are one country, why they are not one country. Because I
Mm,
never felt like there is a reason to be two different countries, And but you're right. The European Union is connected by politics, and they did a very good job in uh, in uh, in creating an union between so many different countries, very different from each other in different ways. And I was really bummed out when the UK left Europe.
mm,
Um,
literally.
More than I don't know anything about why they left or what happened, and I'm not connected to them in any way. Especially, I think it was 5 years ago or something like this.
2016, they decided
16?
to leave, and they left
No, I don't. I
officially
don't
in
think.
2018.
Ah, yeah, okay, 2018. Because I know that was a couple of years already in Germany.
Mm,
Um, but it was for me, the European Union is more of a symbol than anything else. That people, different nations from like on a very big land with very
mm.
different traditions, language, etc., can unite with each other and just come together and
It's the greatest. It's the
work
greatest accomplishment, I would say. Yeah.
work as one. And this gives me hope. Maybe one day we can, in the Arabic countries, we can uh, do something similar, which is would be much easier to do in the Arabic countries than in Europe, probably.
I
Yeah.
agree. Like
Mhm.
I call this the missed opportunity.
Mm.
Like we have a huge missed opportunity because we are bred and cultured into being united. Not in a united in a political way, which has proven wrong,
Mhm.
that we should all be one country. No, no, there's no need for us to be in one country and under one government or whatever. But to have a similar solution like the Europeans have, which
Mhm.
are way more divided than us and had wars between themselves. They had wars between themselves as nations. This is very important.
Mhm.
Like in the Arab regions, there have been a lot of wars, of course, but they are mostly tribal wars, political wars, but not nation wars. Like there was never been a war between the nation of Syria until against the nation of Egypt, let's say, or the nation of Saudi Arabia against the nation of Iraq. I think the only one um, big problem that happened is in the 90s when Iraq took Kuwait.
Yeah.
That was the only like war between one Arab nation and another, and like
Mm-hmm.
it didn't make sense, and it was also politically motivated, you know.
Driven. Yeah.
Yeah, but like in general, there's this sense of like we are one people. Like I don't feel that I connect to people in my country, in Syria, more than I connect with people from Lebanon. Like I really like if I can say I am Lebanese or I'm Jordanian,
Mm-hmm.
it literally doesn't feel any less of Syrian that I am.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense for me, you know. But like for here, when you go to Europe, it's very clear when you are Italian and when you are German or you are whatever. So like we are very prepared to be connected,
True.
and literally the only thing that is separating those nations from each other is just politics. So if you
Politics.
like take all the Arabs and put them in a free area in Europe, in America, whatever,
They will start
they-
dancing Debki.
they're just dancing.
Together.
Literally, man. Literally. Man, I,
Uh,
I danced like it was cardio yesterday.
oh
Like it
yeah.
was, I danced Dapki so much. I hurt my ankles. I hurt my knees. I
D-
was so excited.
Debki can be very intense.
And I went like crazy yesterday. Like I
Yeah,
went full Dapki, you know?
very nice.
Yeah. It was so
Okay. I would like on this podcast to announce something.
fun.
I'm going to Italy.
Really?
Yes, yes. We talked
Welcome,
yesterday,
bro.
2 days ago.
Yeah.
We have to talk about the details, but I think I can come for sure.
Let's do it, man.
Yeah,
Let's do it finally.
it's gonna happen. We need some action cameras to make a podcast in the wild again. So,
Yes.
it'll be nice. And yeah, so stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in the next one.
See you later, guys. Bye bye.
Ciao.